Job defensively, nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 15. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
50
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Open man is Higgins. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Prescott. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. And that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here, one.
Here's Elliott. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Mike, 58, right there. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
57, Mike, set. Come on. You better bring it. 57,
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Bears' 4-yard line.
One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. They were able to stop him at the line on first down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the second try.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the... End zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a 2nd and 7. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
48 mark. Watch the run. They're running it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Let's go.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or 2 to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Under. Out. 57 Mike.
They'll try to sweep with Elliott. Good move at the 30. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
10 carry now for Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
3rd down.
57. Hey, 47. 57. Mike, 57.
Prescott from the gun. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Watch it slap. Watch it slap. Watch it slap.
A first down carry by Elliott. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
57's Mike. Mike 57. I don't even know why his team showed up. 57's the Mike. 50.
Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. Well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
We got 3.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 39-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go, defense.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. It's caught inside the 25. Robinson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A 7-yard return following a punt to 45 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got him the football back. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Pull it together.
Second and 15. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. He's got him in. Complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 39 yards there, a big one.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Finding Gabriel complete. And he does doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Here we go. Set. Now the roof. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got it.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Allen. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Prescott now. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. A lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott over the middle, it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. This pass complete to Higgins. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. The 1st down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's 2nd down. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now, backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. All you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And they give this time to the tailback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Yeah, 70 ending. Mike spot 4. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's how we do it, baby.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
That's another Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
3 buzz, 3 buzz.
They'll drop to throw. And oh my goodness, what a catch at the 6. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. 2nd and 6. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw here. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson. His second touchdown of the night as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. And now it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense.
All ball, baby. All ball. It's on.
So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee.
There you go. Two times. Four down. Check. Four down.
Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for Dallas, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.